Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another watch along. This time it's the home team, New York Liberty, 30-6, taking on the Dallas Wings, 9-27. Welcome to everybody who's joining the stream. This is the only game on the WNBA slate tonight between the Liberty and the Wings. This is their fourth matchup of the season, their second in as many days. This is their final matchup of the season, and the Liberty have won the past three. So the Liberty going for the season sweep of yet another team in the WNBA. This game, you can watch it on Amazon Prime Video if you have access. If you're in the New York area, it's on My9. You can also watch it on the Liberty Live. I put app in quotes, the Liberty Live streaming service. If you're not able to watch it on the TV or somewhere near a TV. But those are the options where you can watch the game tonight live, but I hope you stay here on the stream for the watch along. All right, let's get into the starting lineups, and then we'll touch on some other things as we lead up to the 8 p.m. Eastern kickoff. So we have Courtney Vandersloot, Sabrina Ionescu, Benijah Laney-Hamilton, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones. As the starters for the Liberty, the bench, Leonie Fibich, Marquisha Davis, Kayla Thornton, Ivana Doikich, Jalen Sherrod, Niara Sabli, and why am I missing Kennedy Burke? I'm always missing somebody, guys. Always missing somebody on the list. Kennedy Burke. Every time I switch profiles here, I guess I forget to update it. So we got Kennedy Burke here for the Liberty. Boom, there we go. Nobody on the injury list for the Liberty. Nobody on the injury list for the Libs. Starters for the Dallas Wings, J.C. Sheldon, Enrique Gumbawale, Satu Sabali, Natasha Howard, and Tierra McCowan. Their bench, Sevgi Uzun, Lou Lopez Seneschal, Kalani Brown, Jalen Brown, and Maddie Seagrass. They have one injury. It's Stephanie Soares. I think she went to Iowa State. She drafted about 3 years ago. She's out with a knee injury. So that's the only injury reported in this game. All right. As I mentioned, this is the only game on the slate this evening. And Liberty have won the previous 3 games against the Dallas Wings. You see an interesting box on my screen here. Under the scoreboard, all-time New York Liberty points scored. This is the list. If you were with us for the last stream, Sabrina Ionescu moved into 6th place all-time in New York Liberty scoring, passing Shamika Kristen. So Sabrina is now in 6th place. She 1 point above her with 22.96. Shamika Kristen was 22.95. So you see the rest of the people on the list. Tina Charles. Yes, that is the Tina Charles. If you're new to the W, that plays with the Atlanta Dream. Tina Charles, born and raised in New York, went to school in New York, ended up playing for the hometown team and leads the hometown team in all-time scoring, 3,739 points. Vicki Johnson, who's now the assistant coach with Teresa Weatherspoon in Chicago. She's second on the list with 3,248 points. Cappie Pondexter, 2-time champion with the Phoenix Mercury, before coming to New York for 5 seasons in the early 2010s. She's on 3rd on the list with 2,970 points. Becky Hammond, we all know Becky, coach of the Las Vegas Aces. Oh, what up, Keita? Get Aces fan here. Coach of the Aces. She's 4th on the list, 2,367. And Crystal Robinson, assistant coach of the Atlanta Dream. She's 5th on the list with 2,301. So I think Sabrina will move into 5th tonight. She's only 5 points away from tying, 6 points away from moving into 5th all-time in Liberty scoring. I don't think she'll reach Becky Hammond this season. Unless she has some really good games the remaining couple of games of the season. We got 4, including tonight. So if Sabrina can score about 80 points or so, a little over. If Sabrina can score a little over like 70-ish, 80 points. She'll pass Becky Hammond this season. Keita said, Jay, say back-to-back champ aces. Nah. Yeah, nah. I'm cool. Nah, I give y'all respect. Back-to-back champs. Chemo, what's going on? Said Dallas should be slim pickings. Yeah, we hope so. They do. Oh, why is this box so big? They do say the home it's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row, or 4 times in the season. So we'll see how the Liberty show out tonight. If you were with me for the last stream, we saw some history there. Asia Wilson moves. Asia Wilson scored the most points in a WNBA season in history. She passed Jewel Lloyd's record, which was set last year, and she still has a couple games to go. I believe she'll. Well, I shouldn't say I think. I know she'll reach 1,000 points for the season. By the end of this season, she would be the first player to ever do it. Caitlin Clark, she was about 11 assists away from the WNBA all-time assist record, which was set last year by Alyssa Thomas. Fortunately, she didn't make it, but she got a little closer. I think she had 5 assists, which moved her a little closer. So I think in the next couple games, she'll definitely surpass that record as well. Alrighty. What I'm looking forward in this game, the Liberty to continue the same things they did last game. I want the defense to improve a bit. I know they took their foot off the gas when they got up big, but I would prefer the Liberty to show a good, solid defensive showing against the Dallas Wings. They gave up 90+ points to them. I want to see that in the 80s if possible. Want us to continue running the offense, being unselfish. Sabrina looked much better. She had a double-double last game, 14 points and 11 assists. She wasn't taking as many of those rushed jump shots, rushed threes last game, really passing the ball to her teammates. Leo had 16 points in that game as well, tied her career high, her season high. So hopefully we see another great showing from Leonie Fibic tonight. Stewie came out doing Stewie things, hitting a bunch of threes, and the team ended up picking up that big win. That final score of that game, Liberty scored over 100 points. It was 105-91, 105-91. All right, let me switch back over to my 9. I was over here watching the Yankees game. In the meantime, if you're not in the New York area, you can watch it on Prime Video if you have access to that. But stick around here. I hope you guys stick around. Really appreciate the support on the channel. I won't be streaming tomorrow. They got a bunch of good games tomorrow, so make sure you're tuned into Ion for those games. The Indiana Fever and the Aces play again. We could see another team sneak into 8th place after Chicago got absolutely destroyed by Washington yesterday. Washington currently in 10th seed, trying to get into that 8th seed along with Atlanta. We'll take a deeper look at those standings during the halftime report. But a good amount of good games tomorrow. Make sure you're tuned in for that, and no games on Saturday. But we will be back on Sunday for a doubleheader. We'll talk more about that at the halftime break. All right, let me make sure my scoring stuff is working. I'm over here chatting away. Okay, everything looks to be operational. Dallas has nothing to really play for. Dallas has been eliminated from playoff contention for a couple games now. I think start last week they were eliminated from playoff contention. I'm hoping they will play, not hoping, but I'm expecting them to play a lot more of their younger talent. So see more Maddie Segrist, more Lou Lopez Seneschal, more Sevgi. If Soares was healthy, she would be playing more Jaylen Brown to see how they want to pivot for the new season, which begins next year. All right, the broadcast has started here on on my 9, channel 9 here for me. Liberty, 36 games. This will be their 37th game. 4 more games, including tonight. For the Wings, same thing. 4 more games for them as well. They're 9-27. Liberty have a 3-game advantage over second place Lynx. Tonight, if they win, they'll probably move them to 3.5 games over them. I think the magic number is now 2 games to clinch that number 1 overall seed. So if they win 2 games or a combination of them winning and those 2 and 3 seeds losing, we'll be in good shape. Michael Grady and Rosgold Onwude on the call on My 9. The broadcast already looks much better than one of the last ones we did when the audio was ahead of the video and there were like a bunch of video glitches. So we're in for a good one. They're talking about last game. Liberty made 16 threes last game. They came out in the first quarter just really gunning. Everybody was hitting threes. RC, my guy, salute. What's good, bro? Hope all is well, man. Hope all is well. Jonquel Jones versus the Wings. All her numbers go up. She's averaging 18 points, 10 rebounds on 60% shooting from the field, 42% from 3, all above her season averages. So she likes seeing the Wings and Tierra McCowan, the barbecue chicken, conch fritters. If you know the Bahamians, they like their conch, however they pronounce it. That's my dad's side of the family. So salute the Bahamas, but they love their conch fritters. So every time she see Tierra McCowan is easy money. All right, we're about to jump off. We are jumping off, and the Liberty get the ball to start this game off, people. We are off with the 37th game of the season. Sabrina with the ball, dancing behind the screen. Sabrina left-hand dribble into the paint, goes baseline, tries to go cross court to Benijah Laney, gets tapped out by J.C. Sheldon. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Ball gets it batted to Sabrina, and she gets the first basket of the game. Goose next to 3. And it feels like a continuation from the last game in the first quarter. Sabrina knocks down the 3. Hopefully this means her shot is coming back. They get the ball down to Tierra, and Jonquel says, get it out of here. Blocks Tierra McCowan right under the basket. Benijah on the run, over to Jonquel. Jonquel skips into the paint. Spin move out to Benijah. Benijah pump fakes for 3. Shoots the 3 and sticks the 3. So same thing. I think we got friendly rims here in Dallas. And it's a 6-0 New York lead already. Why is my clock frozen? Ball in play. Oh, I forgot to restart it, guys. Dallas Wings miss. Ball gets tipped out. And they sing it stays with Dallas. Though in the first minute of this game, the Liberty are up 6-0. I'm running my clock down. It's 8:54 here on the clock. Sandy Brondello, coach of the Liberty, her 3rd season as coach. Wings with the ball. Satu comes off, going to her left, stops, throws a bullet pass to Tierra McCowan's like ankles. She goes up. Stewie gets the block, and they call a foul on Stewie. I thought that was a clean block, but they call a foul on Stewie. Oh, what do they call it? Oh, they call a 3 in the key, I think. They're just showing Benijah Laney Hamilton. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, no. Tierra McCowan's at the line for free throws. First free throw is up, and she misses. Okay, cool. I'm caught up now. It's 8:45 on the clock. 8:45 on the clock. Tierra McCowan at the line for the second free throw. She misses both. Stewie tips it up. Doesn't get the rebound. Goes to Natasha Howard. She posts up on Stewie. Dream shake. Fall away. Misses. And Sabrina gets the rebound. Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie corner to Benijah. Up top to Sabrina for 3. Bang! Sabrina 2 for 2 from 3. And the Liberty are 9-0. Entering tonight, 369 3-point field goals made, most in the W for the Liberty. And they're already up to 372 here. Sabrina, another, we can never get these outlet passes right. Sabrina tries an outlet to Stewie, and it goes right out of bounds. Decision making there has to improve. RC says free cousin Maddie. Yeah, cousin Maddie, I'm expecting to see some big minutes. She had a good game last game. J.C. Sheldon bounce pass to Howard. Howard floater, misses, ball tipped around, and Stewie secures it. Oh, and then she loses the ball. Howard goes up for the layup, and they're on the board. Stewie not paying attention. That's 2 turnovers here for the Liberty already. Liberty up 9-2. Benijah in the paint. Out to Jonquel. Handoff to Sabrina. Sabrina already with 6 points. And she steps out of bounds. So that's 3 turnovers for the Liberty here. The Wings trap Sabrina, and she steps back and steps on the out of bounds line. Ball to the Wings. 9-2 Liberty to start. Sheldon over to Agumbawale. Agumbawale attacks Vandersloot. Corner to Satu. Over to Howard. Back to Satu. Satu pulls up for 3. She misses. Gets to McCowan. Gets the rebound. Goes up. Hook shot. Bounces around and scores. So it's 9-4 New York. Sabrina in the post against Howard. She dribbles out to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Hamilton, excuse me. Gotta respect the name. Laney Hamilton skips into the paint and misses the layup. Tough shot there. Good defense by Satu. Enrique with the ball. Gets around the screen. Enrique tries to get into the paint. Handoff to McCowan. Over to Howard. Howard tries to attack Laney Hamilton. Goes up with the left and misses. Rebound to Benijah. Benijah over to Jonquel. Jonquel shoot. Oh, she tries to shoot a 3. Way off. Rebound to the Wings. Liberty getting complacent with their offense now. J.C. Sheldon over to Howard. Howard right side 3. Misses. And rebound goes to Sabrina. Liberty needs to get better offense here. Vandersloot on the run. Vandersloot into the paint. Throws up the layup and scores. Sloot with the scoop. And the Liberty up 11-4. That's what we should be doing. Attacking the paint. The 3s will come if we attack the paint. Jonquel gets the block on Natasha Howard. And Sabrina on the run here. Sabrina over to Benijah. Benijah steps into a 3. And Benijah hits the 3 again. And it's a timeout by Latricia Trammell, coach of the Wings. Liberty hot from 3 to start. Up 14-4 here in the first quarter. Man, I wish we could play in Dallas all the time at this rate. They just knocking down all these 3s. What's going on? I guess everything's bigger in Texas, they say. I guess that means the basket as well, because everybody's cashing out. So we at the 5:55 mark, just running the clock down a little bit. Liberty up 14-4. Sabrina with 6. Laney Hamilton with 6. You got Vandersloot with 2. Let me see who else scored. Everybody's scoring. So 14-4. 6 from Benijah, 6 from Sabrina, and 2 from Vandersloot. Liberty are 4 for 5 from 3-point range, 5 for 7 from the field. Only negative is they have 3 unforced errors here. I guess you can call 2 of them forced, but they have 3 turnovers. The Wings have 4 points. You got 2 from Natasha Howard and 2 from Tierra McCowan. Jonquel does have a block and a steal, so she's being aggressive on the defensive end. I was about to yell at her because Natasha Howard was driving to the basket and nobody was really around her, and she was over here playing in between McCowan and Howard while McCowan was standing at the 3-point line. McCowan is not a 3-point threat. You just got to sell out to Howard, but she affected the shot, and Howard ended up missing the layup. So no harm, no foul, as they say. Right, so the broadcast is returning. Broadcast has returned here. They're showing Sabrina. So passing over to Benijah on that last bucket. Benijah walks right into a 3. Cash me out. Liberty already with 5 assists on all 5 made field goals. I forgot to mention Liberty in their white jerseys. The Dallas Wings are in their black jerseys. If people are into what jerseys they're wearing. Nah, look at my nine doing foolishness here, putting up West Indian night stuff. That's September 5th. September 5th passed already. Yeah, they need to hire me, man. Ball and play with the Wings. McCowan over to Arike. Arike, hesitation, goes into the paint, throws up the floater, misses, fight for the rebound, and Vandersloot comes out of it, gets it to Benija. Back to Vandersloot on the run. Vandersloot over to Sabrina. Sabrina, no hesitation for three, misses. Benija with the rebound. She throws a terrible pass. Arike gets the steal. And, Stewie almost gets the steal from behind, but Arike still has it. Over to Satu. Over to McCowan. McCowan down to Howard. Howard goes up and scores over Benija. So another silly pass by the Liberty there. Another turnover. Arike standing right there. I don't know what Benija saw on that pass. It's 14-6 New York. Sabrina gets over to Stewie. Stewie yet to score. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fakes. Out to Stewie. Stewie tries to add to the three-point party. Too strong. And Jonquel gets the long rebound. Corner to Benija. Benija on the drive. Out to Jonquel. Jonquel open for three. Too short. Rebound to Satu. It was good ball movement there. Just missed the shot. Satu over to McCowan. McCowan down to Arike. Arike turnaround jump shot. Misses. Stewie secures the rebound. That's a foul by Natasha Howard. I think that's the first foul on Natasha Howard. Liberty will inbound it after substitutions here. Those two used to be teammates in Seattle, I believe. Ball back in play with the Liberty. Sabrina brings it up the court. Maddie Segrist has checked in for Natasha Howard. Sabrina over to Jonquel. Jonquel pump fakes at the three. She drives, gets into the paint, throws up the layup, fouled, and she'll go to the line. Doesn't complete the basket, but she'll go to the line for free throws. So Jonquel at the line, looking for her first points of the game. First free throw is up, and it bounces out. Second one is up and good. So Jonquel is now on the board. Eddie, what's going on, my friend? Salute, salute. Hope the Liberty are victorious as well. JC Sheldon with the ball. She stops, passes it over to Segrist. Segrist down to McCowan. McCowan goes up and scores. That seals Jonquel Jones right under the basket. That's easy money. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Brianna with the ball over to Jonquel. Jonquel back out to Stewie. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina, no hesitation for three. And Sab knocks down another three. Sabrina up to 9 points already. And she's already passed. She's already moved into number 5 on the Liberty's all-time career scoring list. I'll update her points after when we get a break here. McCowan in the paint against Stewie. That's just too easy. McCowan is 6'7", and she's 5 feet from the basket. All she has to do is turn and hook. It's 18-10. Jonquel Jones for three. Hasn't fallen, excuse me. Satu pulls up. Mid-range jump shot. Too strong. Ball gets tipped out by the Liberty. You got to do a better job on McCowan on these rebounds. Hey, Miracle, what's going on? Yep, let's go Liberty. Hopefully they can pull off this win. Liberty have to do a better job of getting rebounds. Sabrina up to 2,305 points right now. Arike down to McCowan. They go corner to JC for three. Yeah, let them shoot. Ball gets tipped out, and it looks like Maddie Segrist was standing out of bounds. It'll go to the Liberty. 18-10 here. 18-10. Sabrina has moved into number 5 in the New York Liberty's scoring history. Niara Sabli is checked in for John Quall. Kayla Thornton has also checked in for Benijah Laney Hamilton. Sabrina on the run, drives at JC and scores. Sabrina being ultra aggressive here. And the Liberty up 10, 20-10, tying their biggest lead of the game. Sabrina up to 11 points here. There's a foul. Foul by Niara. It should be on Niara Sabali. Sabrina getting more comfortable with her shot, making better decisions, early in the season, she was doing a good job of mixing in her threes and her layups. Oh, and Satu gets blocked by Stewie, rebound to Leo, who's checked into the game. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina on the drive, finds Leo. Leo wide open for three, misses. Ball tipped up and out by Satu. It stays with the Liberty. I get shocked sometimes when Leo misses those wide open ones. But they're showing the replay. Satu tried to go reverse layup on Stewie. Stewie with the block. I know people don't want to put her in the Defensive Player of the Year convo, but she's been doing work this season, averaging 1.8 steals and 1.4 blocks a game. Leo with the ball. Gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen, going to her left. Sabrina, mid-range jump shot, bounces around, fight for the rebound. McCowan secures it. McCowan, handoff to Arike. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first. Arike, step back, three, too strong, fight for the rebound, and Jaylen Brown of the Wings recovers it. Gets it to Maddie Siegrist. Siegrist attacks Sabrina, one leg fall away, Dirk style, and scores. She likes that shot. So Maddie Siegrist is on the board for the Wings. 20-12 here. Sabrina brings the ball across half court. So it's Sevgi, Arike, Maddie, Jaylen Brown, McCowan. And there's a foul there by Jaylen Brown preventing Stewie from running around. And that's her first foul. I think Stewie will check out and get a breather here. That was the first foul in the final 2 minutes. Kennedy Burke checks in for the Liberty for Breanna Stewart. Sabrina the inbound. Gets it to Niara. Niara looking for Sabrina. Sabrina, 9 on the clock. Comes off the screen. Sabrina, foul line jump shot. Bounces around again. McCowan recovers it. I think. Ball out to Jaylen Brown. She shoots a three and cashes it in. Jaylen Brown knocks down the three. It's 20-15. Liberty have to close this quarter. It's a 5-point game here. Sabrina to Niara. Niara to Leo. Leo to Burke. Burke with the ball. Hand off to Sabrina. Sabrina wide open for three off that screen. And Sabrina, she misses the two middies, but knocks down another three. Sabrina Ionescu cooking from three tonight. 4 for 5 from three. Sevgi inbounds it, gets it to Maddie Siegrist. 30 seconds. She on the attack, stops, shoots a wild shot, bounces out, and it gets tipped out by McCowan. So it's 23-15, ball inbounds to the Liberty. About a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Sabrina crosses half court. Sabrina dribbling. Sevgi on her tight. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sabrina wants the play to happen now. Gets the screen from Niara. Sabrina, another screen from Niara. Has McCowan in her sights. Sabrina on the drive. Goes reverse layup and scores! Sabrina on one to start this game. And the Liberty go back up 10. 25-15. Sabrina Ionescu. 16 points in the first quarter from Sabrina. Hitting you from wherever you want it. You want the three? I can give it to you from there. You want the layups? I can give it to you from there. Doing it all for the Liberty. She is back. Granted, it's the Wings, but she is back. Liberty up 25-15. And let me upgrade her scoring. Sabrina Ionescu. 16 points in that first quarter. Come on, edit. All right, I'm updating Sabrina's stuff now. She has 16 points. So she's up to 2, 3, 1, 2. And let me move her to 5th. Let me copy this here. Move this to 6. Move this here. Put this here. And delete this. Sabrina Ionescu on an absolute heater. I gotta send out a tweet. I wish the Fever could not sign Sabrina Ionescu. You already got Caitlin. Don't get too greedy now. Don't get too greedy. Sab, she is cooking. Moves into 5th all time in Liberty scoring history. Let's go. Just sending out a quick tweet right quick. Sabrina Ionescu. Shoot that thing, girl. Shoot that thing. What's up, Liz? Salute. Maddox said Liberty will beat the Lynx on Sunday. I hope so. Since we have some time, I guess we could talk about it. I'll be doing a double header stream on Sunday. I sold my tickets to that Liberty game on Sunday. So we could do the stream. So I'll do the Liberty and Lynx on Sunday, and then we'll do I think the Aces and Connecticut play as well. So we'll do both those games. Sabrina, I forgot even to mention, Sabrina has outscored the Wings herself. The Wings have 15. She has 16. So Sabrina doing absolute work on a night that she's moving up the New York Liberty scoring list. So there was a mistake on the clock. I guess they accidentally ran out the clock in the first quarter, so they just ended. They literally just came back from commercial after they thought they ended the first quarter to run the remaining 3.2 seconds off the clock of the first, and now we're in the second. Now the Wings will inbound the ball for the second quarter. Okay, so the lineup on the floor is Vandersloot, Thornton, Phoebich, Burke, and Sabley. For the Wings is Sevgi, Jaylen Brown, who attacks and scores on the baseline. They gave her the right and she took it. She's a lefty. She's up to 5 points off the bench. Vandersloot over to Niara. Niara to Leo. Leo, mid-range jump shot. Misses, too strong, and it goes out of bounds. Wings look like they're content with having the Liberty shoot a lot of mid-range jump shots. Liberty haven't been knocking them down. It's either threes or layups for them at this point. Sevgi on the drive. Sevgi to Maddie Siegrist. Maddie Siegrist, one leg fall away again over Thornton. She misses. Rebound to Sloot. Sloot on the run here. Right hand side. Sloot goes to the basket, steps through, and scores. Vandersloot, they thought they cut her off. She steps right between the players. Layup for Slooty. It's 27-17. McCowan with the ball. Is Kalani Brown all right? McCowan doesn't usually play this many minutes. The Liberty get the deflection and they tip it out of bounds. I didn't see anything about Kalani Brown not playing today, but McCowan is usually substituted with Kalani. Ball inbound to Sevgi. Sevgi drives, foul line jump shot, bounces around, tipped up, and Burke secures the rebound. Burke over to Sloot. Salute. Back to Burke. Burke, layup is good. Great run in the floor by Kennedy Burke. She got the rebound, gave it to her point guard, ran right down the middle of the floor. The point guard gave it right back to her. She scores her first basket. 29-17. This is good reps for the bench unit. Marike over to Brown. Brown tries to drive. One leg fall away over Thornton. Oh, that's a tough shot. Jaylen Brown, she's up to 7 points here. She literally did a nice little dream shake, one-legged fall away from about 15 feet from the basket. 29-19. She's their leading scorer. Niara over to Sloot. Sloot on the attack. Sloot, almost loses the ball. Looking for somebody. 5 seconds on the clock. Kayla Thornton with 3. With 2, Kayla Thornton, foul line, jump shot. Too strong and misses. We just can't make mid-range jump shots today. Everything is a 3 or a layup. It's 29-19. Good defense by the wings there. Marike on the attack on Feebich. Drives into Niara. Tries to come over. Came over too late. And fouls. So Niara with 2 fouls now. You can't guard Marike on the island. You got to at least shade some help. You can't. Don't worry about McCowan. McCowan is a center. She's not going to shoot jump shots. You have to know your personnel here. So Arike Agumbawale, second in scoring in the W, in scoring average. She hits the first free throw. That's her first points of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was her first point of the game. Jonquel Jones checks out. Jonquel Jones checks in, excuse me. Niara Sabli checks out with those 2 fouls. Arike hits the second free throw, and it's 29-21. Ball gets to Benija, who's also checked in for Leonie Feebich. Jonquel over to Sloot. Sloot on the attack, goes up, hangs, gets fouled, and won. Courtney Vandersloot being aggressive. They gave her the highway to the basket. She took the left-hand drive, double clutched in mid-air, I don't think it was really a foul, took the little body contact from Maddie Segrist and scores the layup. So Vandersloot at the line to complete the 3-point play. She already has 6 points, a rebound, and an assist. Free throw is up and good for Sluty. So Liberty up to 11 points here in this game. Sevgi with the ball for the Wings. Sevgi over to... No, she doesn't pass it. Gets it to Maddie Segrist now. Maddie over to Sevgi. Now it looks like Kalani Brown is checked in. I was a little concerned. Pass over Jonquel's head. Kalani with the reverse. Misses. It's a jump ball between Jaylen Brown and Kennedy Burke there. Liberty have to do a better job of securing these defensive rebounds. Dallas is crashing the boards here. Liberty have to find a body, box out, and get those rebounds. But Jaylen Brown is 6'1". She's taller than most out there, and she's a high leaper. Ball gets tipped, and it goes right to Benija. Benija, she had Kayla, but doesn't pass it. I'd rather her, if she's not sure, don't pass it, and I'm glad she didn't. Jonquel with the ball over to Sloot. Sloot comes off the screen. Sloot bounce past to Benija. Benija, one leg fall away from the baseline and scores. Benija Laney coming right back into her own. Benija Laney Hamilton up to 8 points here. 34-21. Sevgi goes into a 3. Jonquel with the rebound. Jonquel brings the ball up the court. Over to Benija. Benija feeling herself. Benija comes off the screen, dribbles back out. Bounce pass to Jonquel, seals Satu, and gets fouled under the basket. So Jonquel will go to the line for free throws. She gives the Wings a taste of their own medicine. They like to seal their opposing player right under the basket. Jonquel did the same thing against Satu there and drew the foul. So Jonquel, after having 19 points on Tuesday, she hits this free throw. She's up to... I think she's up to 2 points here. Yep, she's up to 2 points. Brianna Stewart checks back in. That's funny. She hasn't scored yet after having 15 in the first quarter. No, was it 10 in the first quarter on Tuesday? She's yet to score as Jonquel hits the second free throw. Ball back in play here. It's 36-21. 36-21. Let me fix the score here. JC Sheldon is back in the game for Sevgis. JC Satu on the attack on Stewie. She goes up on her non-dominant hand and misses the layup. Satu now shoots a 3, and that goes halfway down and out. John Quell secures the rebound. Satu 0 for 6. She's crashing towards the end of the season. When she came back from the Olympic break, she was on one. Hasn't been that good since. John Quell seals Satu again and draws another foul. Satu telling Kalani Brown, we can't switch that. I can't deal with her down low. It's too much. Officials timeout here, I think. Let me see if it's an officials or... Yeah, the officials timeout here. Second quarter. My clock is all bad. 5 minutes, 42 seconds to go here in the second quarter. My clock is just freezing up. Not doing what it's supposed to do. But 5:42 to go, y'all. 5:42 to go. All right, so if you're just joining, appreciate you tuning in. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, leave a super chat, whatever you feel inclined to do. But Sabrina came into the night in 6th place in the New York Liberty scoring rankings in the New York Liberty's history, of course. She came out hot in the first quarter, outscored the Wings by herself. She had 16 of the 25 first quarter points. The Wings only had 15 as a team. She passes Crystal Robinson for 5th place on the New York Liberty's all-time scoring leaders list. She's creeping up on Becky Hammon now. So she's about, 55 away from Becky Hammon, from tying Becky Hammon, 56 from passing. She can creep a little closer tonight. And by the end of the season, she could be 4th on the list. She's not going to get to 2,970 in the next 3 games. So we'll see how she ends the season. But I fully expect her to be 4th on the list when this regular season is done. Remember, it doesn't include playoff points. It only includes regular season points. Looking at the stats, other contributors, Benijah Laney Hamilton, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Vandersloot with 7 points. John Quell with 3 points and 3 rebounds. Stewie, surprisingly, is the only starter not to have scored yet for the New York Liberty. None of the Dallas Wings players are in double figures. You got 4 from Natasha Howard, 6 from McCowan, 2 from Enrique, 2 from Maddie Segrist off the bench, and 7 from Jaylen Brown off the bench. Ten assists for the Liberty on 13 made field goals. So you can see the ratio there is really good. Only 3 of their made shots have been unassisted. So the Liberty are very good at moving the ball, sharing the basketball. After having 3 turnovers in the first quarter, they only have 1 so far in this second. They need to keep the turnovers under 10 against a team like the Dallas Wings. They get the ball into Vandersloot, who gets it back, and another foul by Jaylen Brown on Benijah Laney Hamilton in the post. Sabrina's going to check into the game for Kayla Thornton. Benijah Laney Hamilton to inbound, gets it into Jonquel Jones. Over to Sloot, over to Stewie with 10 on the clock. Over to Sloot, down to Benijah in the post. Benijah, reverse spin, shoots the fall away. Oh, Benijah, don't do the rookie like that. Benijah feasting on that post move there. Fall away jump shot is good for her. Benijah Laney up to double figures with 10 points. Vandersloot gets the steal. And the Liberty on the run. Benijah running the break. Benijah, oh, she should have went for the shot. She gets fouled on the pass. But the Liberty are in the bonus, so they will shoot free throws. So Benijah Laney Hamilton hitting threes, hitting her mid-range jump shot, and now she's going to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is up and good for Benijah. Natasha Howard checks back in for the Liberty. Sorry, I'm thinking a couple years ago for the Wings. Benijah Laney Hamilton, second one is up and good for B. Having a really, really good game so far. 12 points and 4 rebounds. 2 for 2 from 3-point range as well. Arike with the ball. Arike over to Howard. Back to Arike. Arike guarded by Stewie. Step back jump shot over 2 players. And of course, she hits the tough shot. Hits the step back jump shot from the corner. It's 40-23 New York. Sloot over to JJ. JJ right side to Stewie. Stewie with the ball. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen from Stewie. Bounce pass to Stewie. Stewie catches it. Stewie on the baseline drive and gets fouled by Satu. That's 3 fouls on Satu. So the Liberty, as I mentioned in the foul bonus, Satu a little upset with the foul call there. She's saying call it on the other side as well. But Stewie yet to score, only has taken 1 shot though. She'll go to the line for her first point, and she misses. Satu will check out with those 3 fouls. Maddie Segrist checks in. Stewie finally gets on the board. She hits the second free throw. Ball in play here with the Liberty. 18-point advantage for the Liberty here. Arike splits the double team and gets fouled by Stewie. Arike Gumbawale tried to split the double team, so they brought a double team while she was dribbling. She goes right between the 2 players. It gets tripped up a bit. Leonie Fibich checks in for Courtney Vandersloot. Arike gets it into Kalani Brown. So it's JC, Arike, Kalani, Howard, and Segrist. Good pass from Arike to Kalani, and she scores the layup. 41-25. Stewie on the attack the other way, switches hands, and gets fouled again. It's like every possession, the Liberty are getting fouled here. They've already taken 9 free throws. This will be their 10th and 11th of the game. So Stewie at the line for 2 free throws. She misses the first again. So Stewie 1 for 3 from the line. And she buries the second. So Liberty up 42-25 here. Not 8 for 11 from free throw range. The Wings are 2 for 4. Gets the ball to a cutting JC Sheldon. She smokes the layup. That was a great play by the Wings. Just couldn't finish. Jonquel over to Stewie. Stewie down to Jonquel. Maddie Segrist is guarding her. That should be barbecue. They bring the late double team. You got to come towards the ball. They turn the ball over here. Arike on the run. Attacks, tries a reverse layup. Maddie Segrist gets the rebound. Blocked by Sabrina from behind. And the Liberty have the ball. Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie on the run. Stewie brings it back out. Over to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. They call a moving screen by Jonquel Jones. Another turnover for the Liberty. So that's back-to-back turnovers here by the Liberty. So after I gave them credit for taking care of the basketball, they give me 2 in a row. So the Wings have the ball. JC Sheldon, top of the key. Looking for Kalani Brown. Bad pass by JC. Jonquel steals it. Outlet to Stewie. Stewie gets the catch and finish. Touchdown, New York. I thought Stewie wasn't going to be able to catch that, but she did. Arike, foul line, jump shot, misses. Jonquel gets up for the rebound. Over to Sabrina. New York on the run again. Sabrina bounce past the cutting Leonie Fibich right down Main Street, and it's a layup. 46-25, 21-point lead for the Liberty. 12 assists for the team. JC Sheldon comes off the screen over to Kalani Brown. Kalani Brown looking for Arike. Arike, mid-range jump shot, short. Natasha Howard just tipping it up in the air. They send out. Natasha Howard goes up, throws it up, and scores. It's 46-27. New York is outscoring them 21-12 here in the quarter. Jonquel with the ball. Jonquel over to Sabrina. And they call a foul there by JC Sheldon for pushing. So as I mentioned, the Liberty are in the bonus. So anytime they get fouled, they go into the line. Chemo, that's a good point. Chemo says, Dallas needs a new coach. I never see any improvements in what they're doing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know. Yeah, they probably need a new voice. Because if you're playing the same team twice in as many days, I mean, I know the Liberty are good, but geez, like, something got to work. I think this team will look a lot different next year. I don't see Natasha Howard being there. I don't see, man, Satu might not even be there unless they throw the bag at her again. Who knows what they're going to do if they're going to go away from that Kalani Brown, Tierra McCowan, Twin Towers. I guess, the Twin Towers lineup with the two of them. That's why I said, at this point, you're eliminated from playoff contention. See what you can get from Maddie Segrist, Lou Lopez, and Jaylen Brown and them people. I don't know. The rest, Satu. I know Arike probably wants to keep her scoring average up for all the WNBA honors and stuff. But at some point, you got to see what you have for the future. Got to see what you have for the future at some point. Jim says this is the Liberty's championship year. I really hope so, my friend. They sent the invoice for them playoff tickets, and if they don't win, now at least they're gonna be rich. Cause my goodness. My goodness. All right, y'all. We're at the 2:08 mark of the second quarter. We're in a timeout right now. Liberty putting belt to behind on the Dallas Wings again. They're up 46-27. Sabrina Ionescu came in, scored 16 points in the first quarter. She hasn't taken a shot since. But Benijah Laney Hamilton is helping out with 12 points. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Salute. I hope this game we get to see more Jalen Sherrod, more Marquisha Davis. I want them to get more minutes and some more experience before the playoffs come. And God forbid something happens in the playoffs where we would need to play one or two of them. They'll be prepared. The only thing the Liberty really need to do is take care of the ball. Just chill out with the unforced errors. Because right now, the Liberty have 6 turnovers against this terrible defensive team. And about 4 of them have been unforced. Jonquel hits the first free throw as we come back from the timeout here. Liberty have 16 fast break points in this game. And 18 points in the paint. Back to a 21-point lead for the Liberty. Jonquel Jones up to 5 points and 5 rebounds here. Sevgi down to Natasha Howard. Howard guarded by Stewie. Over to Sevgi, top of the key. Sevgi pulls up for 3, and she cashes in the 3. The Liberty content to let her shoot those, and she knocks it down. 48-30. Sabrina over to JJ. JJ to Sabrina. Sabrina on the drive. Sabrina gets into the paint, throws up the floater, bounces around and misses. Tipped out by the Wings. Sabrina saw Tierra McCowan in there, settle for the 5-foot floater, which she needs to make. Just missed. Liberty inbound the ball. Leo over to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fakes for 3. Sabrina wants to screen. Rejects the screen. Over to Stewie. Stewie for 3. That's off. I saw that a mile away. Oh, Sevgi tips the ball. Hits Leo in the head. And Lou Lopez, as I mentioned, is in the game now, getting some minutes. Over to McCowan, over to Sevgi. Sevgi comes off the screen going right. Sevgi goes cross-court to Maddie Siegrist for 3. And that was a good look, just couldn't finish. Sabrina with the ball and the rebound. A minute to go here in the second quarter. Liberty up 18. Sabrina to Stewie. Back to Sabrina. Back to Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Stewie gets into the paint. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina for 3. Oh, halfway down and out. So the offense, those last 2 possessions, a little shaky there. Only 2 players touched the ball. Sevgi with the ball. Sevgi pulls up for another 3. Airballs it. Kayla Thornton with the rebound. So we got 30 seconds to go. Stewie on the drive. Stewie gets around and scores the layup. Another assist for the Liberty. Back to a 20-point game, 50-30. Sevgi to Howard. Howard on the drive. Howard hangs and hits. 8 points for Natasha Howard. And the shot clock is off. We got 10 seconds to go here. Sabrina brings it across half court. 6 seconds. The ball gets tipped away. Sabrina being very lax. Gets it to Niara. Niara turns around over to Stewie. Stewie to shoot it. Nobody looking at the shot clock. And the Liberty don't get a shot off there. Sabrina, that's my only critique there. Sabrina needs to be more assertive coming across half court. Playing around with the ball at half court there. Forced the Liberty into not getting a solid shot there. But not much to really complain about as the Liberty go up 50-32 at the half. 50-32. Dennis said, boring. I'm waiting for tomorrow's Fever game. Yeah, this game, if you're not a Liberty fan, can be pretty boring because the Liberty are just putting belt to behind here. All right, you know what we do at halftime? We go over the box score, the team stats, all that good stuff. And we'll go over the remaining games, the playoff picture. We'll go over everything. So if you have any questions, leave it in the chat, and I'll be sure to answer them. All right, so let's take a look at this box score here. So the Liberty up 50-32 in the first quarter. Liberty outscored the Wings 25-15. Sabrina Ionescu outscored them by herself. She had 16 of those 25 points in the first quarter. Liberty scored 25 again in the second quarter. Wings scored 17. Jim, not the card tricks again. For New York, Benijah Laney Hamilton, 13 minutes, 12 points, 4 rebounds for her. She's 2 for 2 from 3. Only missed 1 shot, 4 for 5 from the field. Stewie, after having 27, 28 points on Tuesday, also had 15 in the first half. She only has 6 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Jonquel Jones with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Vandersloot with 7 points and 3 assists. Hasn't missed a shot. Sabrina Ionescu, 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. After the 16 in the first, she didn't make any in the second. Bench, Kayla Thornton with no points. Kennedy Burke with 2. Leonie Fibich with 2. Sabally with none, but she does have 2 fouls. Dennis says, mismatch, Dallas should put bench in for experience. Yeah, I think that's what we'll see a lot more in the second half. We'll see a lot more Lou Lopez and Sevgi and JC and Maddie instead of Satu and Natasha. Well, instead of Satu and McCowan. And I don't know what they'll do with Arike. Arike will probably want to play, though. The Wings, Natasha Howard, 8 points to lead them in scoring. Sabally, no points for her. McCowan, 6 points. Agumbawale with 4. And JC Sheldon with no points either. So you got no points from 2 of your starters. Nobody in double-figure scoring yet. Not a recipe for success here. Siegrist with 2 points off the bench. Kalani Brown with 2 points. 7 points from Jalen Brown off the bench. 3 points from Sevgi Uzun. Jim says you should put your mom on there so she can share from the deep well of wisdom. Mom, we gotta arrange that. We have to do like Keita does when Keita has her mom. Keita has a stream with her mom. If you follow Keita Love Sports on the YouTube, everything women's basketball she covers. She's been on the channel. She's been in the chat a few times. She has a channel that she talks about the Chicago Sky with her mom. So I might have to do that, talking Liberty with moms. All right, so for the team stats for these teams, Liberty shooting 54% from the field, the Wings shooting 33%, Liberty shooting 42% from three, Wings shooting 18%. Liberty 10 for 13 from the line, the Wings 2 for 4. Rebounds, the Liberty are winning that battle 20-16. They are losing the offensive rebounding battle 2-7, so that has to get cleaned up. But they are winning the defensive rebound battle, which is good. They're leading the assist battle 14-18. Steals battle, they're winning 4-3. Blocks battle, they're winning 3-0. The total turnovers, they're actually losing the turnover battle. They have more than the Wings, 6-4. That's the one thing that I say the Liberty need to clean up, the turnovers. Fast break points, 18-3 in favor of the Liberty. The points in the paint is tied at 20. The Wings have 11 fouls to the Liberty's 5. Largest lead of the game was 21. All right, so that's the box score and the team stats for this game. Let's take a look at the current standings. So as you can see, current standings here. Let me refresh this to make sure we got the most up-to-date standings here. So we have New York Liberty 30-6 playing their 37th game tonight, while on their way to getting win number 31. They've winners of 4 straight, looking for 5 with a win tonight. Minnesota at 27-9, right behind them in second place. They've won 4 in a row as well. Connecticut at 26-10. Then you got Vegas at 23-13. The Storm at 22-14. Indiana at 19-18. And the Mercury with 17-19. The Mercury are just completely falling apart. I don't know what's going on with that team. They're losers of 2 straight here. As we've been talking about, it's going to come down to these final days. Chicago, Atlanta, and Washington all trying to hold on to this fight for this 8th seed, Chicago got destroyed by the Mystics last night. So the Mystics do have the tiebreaker on the Chicago Sky. So if the Mystics and the Sky were supposed to, if the Mystics and the Sky, finish with the same record, the Mystics would get in on the 8th seed by being the winner of the season series. So that was a big win for the Washington Mystics yesterday. So they're only a game behind the Chicago Sky for that 8th seed. So is Atlanta. So what's very interesting as well, and we'll take a look at it, is that Atlanta and Washington play each other 2 more times this weekend. So that could determine who gets this 8th seed. So we'll take a look at the schedule right after this. And of course, Dallas and LA are both eliminated from playoff contention. All right, I always do this. Let me go to the... That's what I need to do. I need to go to tomorrow's date. So for Friday the 13th, I didn't even recognize it was going to be Friday the 13th tomorrow. So as I was mentioning, Washington and Atlanta play each other 7:30 p.m. on Ion. Las Vegas and Indiana play each other again. They played each other yesterday, and they play each other tomorrow. Then you have Seattle and Dallas. So Dallas on a back-to-back. At least they're home. But you see New York, and then you see Seattle. That's tough for them. Chicago and Minnesota play. I expect Chicago to lose this game on the road. So we could really see some standings flip tomorrow in that 8th seed. With Chicago losing, and of course one of these 2 teams winning, Washington and Atlanta. And then the Connecticut Sun and Phoenix Mercury close out the Ion Day, 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. There's no games on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have another full slate. Dallas takes on Indiana on NBA TV. You have Minnesota taking on the Liberty at 3 p.m. We'll be doing the watch along for this game. I'll make the broadcast either tonight or tomorrow, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Then we have Atlanta at Washington playing. Remember, I said they play on Friday. They play again here on Sunday. So we'll probably have a good idea who'll get that 8th seed after this game is done. We'll be keeping eyes on that. And then at 6 p.m., we have Phoenix and Chicago. And then we have Connecticut and Vegas. Well, that's the second game we'll be doing for the Watchalong. Connecticut and Vegas. And then, of course, LA and Seattle play at 6 p.m. as well. So we'll be doing New York and Minnesota and Connecticut and Vegas on Sunday. So make sure you guys are around to stick around for the Watchalong. On Monday, there are no games. And then on Tuesday, the second to last day of the season, or I shouldn't say second to last, third, because the season ends on Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday are the last 2 days of the season, really, with games. Minnesota and Connecticut, depending on how this weekend shakes out, this could settle who gets that number 2 overall seed. New York and Washington. So Washington will probably be trying to fight their hardest depending on where they fall to try and get that 8th seed against the Liberty. Who knows if the Liberty will rest their players or not. If the 1st seed is locked up. Chicago and Atlanta, that's another big one. Chicago and Atlanta, that could have a lot of playoff implications there. Vegas and Seattle, I think Vegas will probably end up with the 4 seed. Seattle, I don't think Seattle can catch up unless they get a miracle from Indiana tomorrow. And the Connecticut Sun on Sunday. And then Phoenix and LA. So Phoenix has a cake schedule to end the season, but the way Phoenix has been playing now, nothing is really cake for them. No games on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, final day of the season. Regular season, that is. Every team in the W will be playing. I have something planned for that. I'm trying to see what the Liberty are going to do for their fan appreciation night at Barclays. Last year, we were able to meet the players after the game and get something signed. As you can see, I got my Liberty bucket on right now that got signed by all the players on the roster last year. Apparently, I don't think they're going to do the same thing this year. So we'll see what happens. But if they're not doing anything special, then we'll be right here doing a nice epic watch along, keeping an eye on the seeding, primarily on the Liberty, but we'll be keeping an eye on seeding and other things of that nature. I'm gonna have to get all my devices ready to have every game on a separate device here so I can keep track of everything. But I'll let you guys know how that pans out. But the last day of the season, every team in the W is playing. All the teams in the East playing at 7 o'clock for the most part. Yep, all the teams in the East playing at 7 o'clock. We have one team playing at 8 and then 2 teams playing at 10. So I'm going to make a whole day of it. I'm probably going to be on stream the whole time. It's going to be red zone like if you watch the NFL. Commercial free. I'll probably have a little commercial if I have to go use the bathroom or something, or get something to eat. But we're gonna be on from around 6:50 on next Thursday if we stream all the way until the final game is done. So I hope you guys are ready for next Thursday. All right, so now that we got that out the way, let's take a look at the schedule for these teams that are playing here. So the New York Liberty, they're playing the Wings on that second game, September 12th. That's the game, that's going on right now. Their remaining games: at home versus Minnesota, on the road versus Washington, at home versus Atlanta. So I think the Liberty, best case scenario, of course, is go 3-0. I think realistic scenario is 2-1. Absolute horror scenario, but could possibly happen is 1-2. But I think the Liberty will, at worst, go 2-1 in the remaining 3 games here. Minnesota game is always a toss-up. They beat us in the Commissioner's Cup, then we beat them the following game in the regular season. So it depends on what New York Liberty team we get at home this game. Well, we shall see. And then for the other team that we're playing against, the Dallas Wings, nothing to really play for. They finish off the season at home against Seattle and then on the road against Indiana and Vegas. I can foresee all 3 losses here for the Dallas Wings. So if they lose tonight, which they're on pace for doing right now, they'll be 9-28 at the end of the night. They'll finish the season with a 9-31 record. All right, so that is the halftime report. Thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you guys got some good information there. The broadcast is about to restart for the 3rd quarter. We're coming down to the final days of the regular season. Playoffs start in about 2 weeks from probably a week and a half from today. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I have tickets for at least the first round of the Liberty's playoff run. So the days that they play, there probably won't be watch-alongs, of course, because I'll be there. But any other day we'll be streaming. Alrighty, so they're talking about Benijah Laney-Hamilton and Sabrina Ionescu in that first half. Both of them in double figures. Benijah with 10, I think she has. Benijah Laney-Hamilton with 12, Sabrina with 16. So it looks like the starters for the Liberty will start this 3rd quarter. Oh, snap. No. I'm over here rewinding and fast forwarding by accident. All right, so we're back. We're back in sync. Look at them making typos. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the broadcast, and as somebody who's into video production and stuff, it leaves a lot to be desired. Right, so the Wings will start the quarter with possession here. The Wings will start the quarter with possession. All right, so it looks like they are starting the starters. The Wings are. They have JC, Arike, McCowan, Satu, and Natasha. Tierra down to Satu. Satu loses the ball, tries to throw it off. Benijah throws it right out of bounds, and great defense forced an early turnover here by the Liberty. Ball inbounded to the Liberty. You have Vandersloot over to John Quell. John Quell drives, gets bumped off her square. Benijah comes and picks up the loose ball. John Quell has the ball on the floor, and it's a jump ball. So John Quell on the drive. So it's a John Quell versus McCowan. What was that? McCowan for the jump ball. The Liberty get it. Sabrina, no hesitation for 3. Shoots an air ball. There was no need to shoot the 3, but it bounces off Natasha Howard's foot and goes out of bounds. So there was no need to shoot that 3. But the Liberty get a second chance. Breanna Stewart gets right around Howard off of that inbound, and the Liberty are on the board first in this second half. 52-32, 20-point lead here. Sheldon over to Howard. Howard tries to entry pass to McCowan and fouled by John Quell. I thought John Quell had the clean steal there. It looked like she wrapped around Tierra McCowan's waist there. So John Quell composes herself, comes back in, and we're about to be back in play here. Was there subs made? No, it doesn't look like any subs were made. No. Satu with the ball for the Wings. Satu comes up to going to her left. Satu fakes the pass, goes up, scores the left-hand layup. Satu is a lefty. You have to cut the left off. I know Jonquel was in between trying to guard Tierra and Satu. But Stewie for three, misses the three. Satu with the rebound. 52-34 here. Satu brings the ball up the court. Satu bounce past to McCowan on the drive, gets bumped by Jonquel, and that's another foul by Jonquel Jones. That's 2 in a row there. I think that's 3 total for Jonquel in this game. So let's see if the Liberty can put their foot down here in the third quarter. Towards the end of the third quarter, they started to give up the lead a little bit, especially in the fourth as well. As McCowan hits the first free throw, they had to have Sabrina take her wrap off her she wraps around to keep herself, massaged or whatnot, to come back in to close that game out. But it's 52-36 here. Benija with the ball over to Sabrina. Sabrina drives into the paint, over to Sloot. Sloot back to Sabrina. Sabrina, no hesitation for three. And Sabrina, since she scored that 16 in the first, has not made a shot. Over to Sloot. Sloot out to JJ for three, and she misses. So Liberty gone a little cold from three here. 52-36. Enrique down to Satu, ball jump, fighting around, and Sabrina gets the steal there. Satu's on the floor in the backcourt. Liberty have numbers if they want it. Find Benija. Benija left wide open, baseline jump shot, misses. Liberty playing 4-on-5, and they still can't score. Find Satu on the leak out. I think Sandy will call a timeout here. And Sandy Brondello calls a timeout. Liberty come out cold here in the third quarter. 6-2 run here by the Dallas Wings to get this lead whittled down to 14. So Sandy Brondello calls a timeout, sees the team not executing at a high level, taking ill-advised shots, and needs to give them a stern talking to. Got to break those bad habits now. Right, so we're at a timeout right now by the Liberty. Need to go back to the drawing board here. Came out of halftime a little lax. Reverting back into old habits. Sandy Brondello with a smart timeout here. To try and get them back into a groove here like they had in the first half. This game reminded me a little bit of Asia's game. Asia, after she as she got close to scoring that the most points in a single season in WNBA history, she couldn't make a shot. She missed like 5-6 shots in a row until she finally knocked down a jump shot to break the record. So not sure what's up with Sab, but she needs to go back to doing what she was doing earlier in the game, penetrating into the paint, taking the easier shot, not taking those rush threes like she got accustomed to taking. And she took a lot in those games against the Aces and Seattle. So we're still in a timeout here. I think Sandy called a full timeout to give them a full talking to here. So we're just getting commercial after commercial. Score is 52-38. My bad. I thought I added the 2 points for the Wings. 52-38. Oh, I forgot to check in. I always forget to check in on the Liberty app to get my points. I'm glad they put this post up on the broadcast. Come on now. I'm already signed in. They always do this. So 60 after 6, she's 0 for 4. Since she scored those 16 points in the first quarter. Sabrina Ionescu. I forgot to check in. There we go. Check in, claim my points. There we go. Okay, ball in play here with the Liberty. Vandersloot brings the ball up the court. 52-38. Dallas is on a 6-2 run here. Vandersloot gets the screen from Jonquel. Vandersloot all the way to the basket, and that's a layup. Nobody home to help for the Wings. No communication there. And the Liberty, ideal play out of the timeout, helped out by the Wings. Vandersloot up to 9 points and 3 assists. J.C. Sheldon with the drive and loses the ball out of bounds. Jaylen Brown and Maddie Seegers have checked into the game for the Wings. So they play again tomorrow, as we just saw. So Latricia Trammell playing a little balancing game here. Vandersloot with the ball, tries to run the same play, gets it out to Sabrina. Sabrina, left hand dribble into the paint, goes up, left hand layup is good. So Sabrina back on the board. Liberty get 2 layups out of that timeout. Somebody does not get back on defense and gives up a wide open fast break layup off a made basket to Maddie Seegers. It's 56-40. Stewie over to Laney Hamilton. Finds Sloot on the cut. Ball dribbles out of her hand. Turnover to the Liberty there. So ball back in play with the Wings here. Maddie Seegers, top of the key. Maddie Seegers, hand off to Brown. Brown pulls up for 3 and misses badly. Rebound to Sloot. Sloot on the run with Sab. Sab stops. Over to Benija. Benija transition 3 and Benija another 3. Benija, Laney, Hamilton. Hooping and a timeout there by Latricia Trammell and the Wings. Benija Laney Hamilton has the stroke back. Knocks down, I think that's her 3rd 3 of the night. Benija Laney Hamilton with 3 threes on tonight. So the Liberty, after that shaky start to the first couple minutes of the first of the third quarter, come out and get a quick 7 points here to force a timeout by the Wings. Push the lead back up to 19. Let me see what other stuff I can get here. Expiring. No, the points don't expire till next year. Okay. So WNBA news and notes. A'ja Wilson, as we saw last night, sets the WNBA single season scoring record with 956 points and counting. Chicago hanging on to the 8th seed. And Kelsey Mitchell averaging 24.8 points per game since the Olympic break. 2nd in the WNBA, probably behind A'ja Wilson. Kelsey Mitchell of the Indiana Fever. J.C. Sheldon over to Gumbawale. Gumbawale tries to go by Sloot. Sloot stays in front of her. Arike shoots a contested jump shot. Seegers gets the offensive rebound. Out to J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon on the drive. Sheldon picks up her dribble. Out to Jaylen Brown. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown, crossover. Crossover again. Benija's on her, and they call a foul on Benija Laney Hamilton. Ill-advised foul there by B. 1 second left on the shot clock. And Jaylen Brown will go to the line for free throws. So Jaylen Brown at the line for free throw. Number 1 is good. And she misses free throw number 2. Jonquel with the rebound. Jonquel is up to 7 boards here. Oh, sorry, 6 boards. Stewie goes up for the hook shot and gets fouled by Maddie Seeger. Smacks her on the forearm. Well, on this part of the arm, on the bicep. And Stewie will go to the line for free throws. Stewie, first free throw was up and good. JC Sheldon checks out. I'm assuming Sevgi checks back in. Stewie for the second is up and good. So Liberty go back up 20. Uzun is checked into the game. It's Uzun, Brown, McCowan, Segrist, and Agumbawale. Uzun on the drive, goes up, layup, short. Rebound to Jones. Jones, outlet to Sloot on the run. Sloot, layup is good. The old lady still got it. Sloot gets out on the break. Jonquil with a bounce pass to perfection. And the Liberty now have 21 points on the fast break. They go up 22. McCowan over to Segrist. Segrist over to Brown. Brown cross court to Uzun for three in front of the Liberty bench. She buries it. Liberty helped a little bit too much on that one. Left Uzun wide open. Sabrina just has to cut that off a little bit more. It's 63-44. Sabrina to Jonquil over to Lainey Hamilton to Sloot. Sloot feeling herself. Shoots a three. Was off. Uzun on the run here. Right hand side. Gets it down to Segrist. Segrist turns around on Lainey Hamilton. Scores and one. Maddie Segrist goes right at Benijah Lainey Hamilton. Scores right over her. So Maddie Segrist going to the line for a free throw. It's up and good. So Maddie Segrist completes the three-point play. Segrist is up to 7 points herself. Stewie with the ball. Stewie gets it to Sabrina. Handoff to Stewie. Stewie, handoff to Leo. Up top to JJ. Handoff to Sabrina. Sabrina, bad pass, but it gets tipped to Stewie. Stewie out to Jonquil for three in the corner. JJ hits her first three of the game. Great ball movement by the Liberty. The ball never stood still. It was handoff, pass, handoff, cut. And they call a moving screen there by Tierra McCowan. So the Liberty will get possession back here. That was a great play on that other possession. Everybody continuing to move. Jonquil gets wide open at the three. Cashes out. I love when the ball moves like that. The wings are in the bonus. Also, Jonquil Jones, 300 career 3-point field goals for her. Salute to her for that milestone. Sabrina to Leo, right side of the floor. Leo to Jonquil. Jonquil faces up for three. She doesn't shoot it. Finds Stewie on the cut. Over to Leo for three. And Leo in the corner for three. More ball. I said more. I can't even talk. More ball movement for the Liberty. Stewie cuts to the paint. Jonquil finds her. They bring a double team. Oh, great block by Stewie because Kalani Brown had a layup. And Stewie's on the run here. Stewie gets the ball, gets fouled, tripped. They call a double dribble. Thought she got bumped from behind there. But it's a turnover to the Liberty. That's their eighth. So they're showing the replay of that previous play. Stewie cut to the paint. Jonquil bounced past to her. They bring a late double off of Leo. Leo wide open in the corner for three, no hesitation. Enrique on the drive, goes up and scores on the baseline. So it's 69-49, back to a 20-point game. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina for three, misses. Stewie fighting for the rebound. Sabrina gets it off the tip. Jonquil back to Sabrina. Come on, Sabrina. Oh, finds Jonquil on the cut. Jonquil bounces, spins. That's one of Jonquil's flaws there. If she's not going to go straight up, she'll get the ball stripped. Enrique knocks down the three. So off the turnover by the Liberty, Enrique knocks down the three. That's on. Enrique with that three becomes the all-time leading scorer in Wings history as Stewie drives to the basket and gets fouled there. So that previous play by Jonquel, that's one of the things that about Jonquel, because when she goes up sometimes and she's not gonna actually go up, she has the ball down by her knees, and the ball gets stripped right out of her hands because she doesn't see the other defender coming. Stewie misses a free throw. She's been missing free throws a lot. Stewie's second free throw is up and good. So it's 70 to 52. 18-point lead. Uzun over to Brown. Brown on the drive on Sably. Goes up with the left. Misses. Niara with the rebound. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Sabrina into the paint. Sabrina hesitation. Goes up. Oh, she misses the layup. She had a beautiful move. Couldn't finish. Enrique on the run. Enrique feeling herself. Goes up. Throws up a strong floater and misses. She was out of control there. Sabrina on the drive. Sabrina hesitation. No look to Leo. Leo gets fouled. Thank you. I was going to say the ref right there on the baseline didn't call it. Smacked Leo in the head. What's going on? So Leone Fiewich will go to the line for free throws. First free throw is up and short. Liberty third in the W and free throw percentage. They're not shooting really good tonight. 13 for 18. They're at 73%. And she makes the second. Ball in play with the Wings. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sevgi with the ball. Sevgi out to Enrique. Enrique finds Kalani on the roll. Kalani wasn't expecting the Kennedy. Burke checks in and gets the steal. Sabrina stops, gets it to Niara, almost loses it, gives it to Leo. Leo on the drive, and she passes it out to Burke. So that's another foul on Natasha Howard. Liberty not in the shooting bonus yet, so they'll just take it out, sideline out of bounds. Ball in play to Leo in the post against Enrique. Leo dribbles out, gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina for three, off balance, fight for the rebound. Kalani Brown gets it. Sabrina falling back into that shooting threes off balance again. Sevgi with the ball. Yeah, Vandersloot coming back in. Sevgi tries to attack Leo. She goes up, under, gets blocked by Leo. Leo says, "Not my house. Get it out of here." Sabrina with the ball, gets around the doubles. Baseline jump shot is up and good for Sab. Satu Sabli is checked back in. Oh, Leo's holding her rib a little bit. We can't afford for her to get hurt now. Satu looks to attack Burke. Goes corner to Sevgi, and they call a moving screen by Kalani Brown. Another turnover by the Wings. The Wings are up to only 10 turnovers for the Wings, 9 for the Liberty. That's what Sabrina should be doing, looking to get closer to the basket instead of taking off-balance threes. And she easily hits that one down. Both teams in the bonus now, so any fouls from here on out until the end of the quarter are free throws. Vandersloot comes off the screen, finds Kennedy Burke, sets up for three. Burke misses. Outlet to Satu. Over to JC. JC goes up, foul, and one. So off a missed three, they get the rebound, and they're off to the races. They finish with a layup. So Leonie Fibich is on the bench as J.C. Sheldon hits the free throw for the three-point play. 73-55. Salute down to Benijah, who's checked back in. Benijah goes in, shoots with the left, rolls out. Rebound to Segrist. Enrique on the run. Shot clock is turned off here. 15 seconds to go. Benijah, don't foul. Sandy, I think Sandy's telling her, be careful. Enrique looks to attack. She stops. Gets it to JC. JC with 6 seconds to go. Gets it to Enrique. Benijah gets to steal. 2 seconds. 1 second. And she shoots. I don't know if she got it off in time. It bounces up. Oh, and it's off. So at the end of the third quarter, the Liberty 73, the Wings 55. So the Liberty can extend the lead to 30. They just hovering around this 18 to 24 point range here. 73-55. As we go into the fourth and final quarter. Thank you for everyone who's still hanging around. Appreciate you guys for sticking for some WNBA action. The only game on the slate tonight. If you're new, leave a subscription, leave a like if you haven't already. We'll be back on Sunday for more watch-alongs as we wind down the rest of the WNBA regular season. Scoring leaders for both teams, you have Sabrina with 20 and Enrique with 9, which is a real shocker, to be honest with you. Nobody on Dallas is in double figures. The Liberty have 20 from Sabrina. They got 11 from Courtney Vandersloot, 15 from Lainey Hamilton, 11 from Stewie, 8 from Jones. You got 6 from Leo and 2 from Kennedy Burke to round out the scoring. We're still in commercial here. They're having a little Liberty commercial here. I forgot to update Sabrina. So Sabrina had 16 and I updated it. She's up to 20 now. So she's up to, she had 4 points. So what's that? 2-3-1-6 for Sabrina. Okay, so Sabrina at 2,316 total points in a Liberty jersey. In her, well, this is her 4th season with the team. She was drafted in 2020. Remember, they had a little bit of a shortened season because that was the pandemic season, and she got hurt in that 2020 season. So limited amount of gains for Sabrina. But she's continued to develop as the season. She only played 3 games in that 2020 season. And then it's been a mixture of, she had 30 in 2021, 36 in 22, 36 in 23, and 34 in 2024. So the past 2 seasons, she's played almost every game, really. 36. Well, last season she missed 4 games. I don't think the clock started in this 4th quarter, so we'll see what happens here. All right, so we have a little bit of a clock issue here that they're taking a look at. So once they get that resolved, we'll get right back to it. Ball and play with the Liberty. So it's Sloot, Sabali, Lainey Hamilton, Burke, and Thornton. Lainey Hamilton for a 3, misses her first of the game. Thornton gets the offensive rebound. Sloot on the attack, out to Thornton. Thornton pump fakes. Thornton spin move, fall away jump shot, misses, fight for the rebound. Kalani Brown gets the rebound. Kayla Thornton has been trying to develop a mid-range game or drive to the basket game to her arsenal. The Just didn't pan out on that one. JC Sheldon on the drive. Picks up her dribble, looking for somebody. Gets it to Enrique with 5 on the shot clock. Enrique, behind the back dribble, throws it to Satu. Satu throws it, and that's a shot clock violation. Enrique threw basically a grenade to Satu with 2 seconds left on the clock, forcing Satu to just have to throw it at the basket. She was like, I ain't getting this turnover. That's tough. I want to see how this lineup does. This Liberty lineup produces here. It would be ideal if we didn't have to bring in our big guns back into this game. But something's happening here. The ref is trying to talk to his compatriots. And now they're to inbound. Burke inbounds it to Sluty, and we're off again. Burke brings the ball across half court, gets it to Kayla. Kayla to Niara. Niara handoff to Benija. Benija to Sloot. Sloot wide open for 3, and she misses that one. It was a good offense there. Sloot not the best 3-point shooter, but she is capable and knocks that down. And I wish she would have knocked that down, I should say. JC Sheldon on the drive, gets into the paint and smokes the layup. Gets by Benija, just couldn't finish the layup. Benija on the drive here. Benija gets to the foul line. Mid-range jump shot is good for B. So she gets the rebound, goes coast to coast, and pulls up right at the foul line where she likes to shoot. Back to a 20-point game. Benija Laney Hamilton up to 17 points. Enrique with the ball. Enrique corner to JC. JC looks to drive. She drives left-hand dribble, throws it up, and scores the reverse layup for JC Sheldon. So no fear in her game. She's going right at Benija and scores. B picks up her dribble. Oh, throws across court, and Maddie Segrist luckily bails us out and fouls Kennedy Burke. No need for Benija to pick up her dribble all the way out there by half court. Just keep dribbling until you're sure you want to pass. So Liberty to inbound here. Vandersloot will inbound, gets it to Laney Hamilton. Guarded by Jaylen Brown, who's checked in. Laney Hamilton, another mid-range jump shot, too strong. Fight for the rebound. Segrist gets it. And now Enrique brings it across half court. Enrique on the attack. Steps back for 3. Halfway down and out. Segrist gets the offensive rebound, fouled, and can't finish. But she'll go to the line for free throws. Gotta box out here. If you're not going to out-jump the person, you got to box out Kayla Thornton with the foul. So Maddie Segrist at the line. First free throw is up and good. And she misses the second. So 75-58 here. Segrist up to 8 points and 6 rebounds for the Wings. Vandersloot with the ball. Over to Kennedy Burke. Over to Laney Hamilton. Laney Hamilton off the dribble. Gets it down to Burke in the post. Burke finds Niara. Niara goes up with the hook shot. Bounces around and just rolls off. Liberty had a bunch of those that have just been rolling off. And JC Sheldon shoots a 3. Misses badly. Burke secures the rebound. Sandy Brondello calls out a play from the bench. Benija over to Burke. Burke over to Benija. Benija comes off the screen. Benija to Sloot. Sloot down to Burke in the post. Burke on the attack. Ball gets tipped out by Agumbawale with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Salute to inbound, gets it to Burke, and it gets deflected up by Segrist. She steps out of bounds, so 5 seconds left on the clock now. So hopefully Vandersloot communicates that to her teammates, that there's 5 seconds. Gets it into Niara. Niara on the drive, goes up, layup is good from Niara Sabali. And she's on the board here. Niara, that's her first basket of the game. Catches the ball in attack. She's much quicker than Tiara McCowan. Jump shot is up. Fight for the rebound between Sloot and Niara. Goes out of bounds. Wings get another possession here. .14 seconds on the shot clock for the Wings here. Sheldon gets it into Ogunbowale, guarded by Thornton at the top of the key. 10 on the clock. Gets it to Seegers. Seegers on the attack and gets fouled by Burke. Burke reaching in. And Maddie Seegers looking to attack anybody who's guarding her. She'll go back to the line for free throws. Maddie Seegers shoots the first, and it rattles out. You have to know your personnel. They're giving the Maddie Seegers the right-hand drive away from the help. You got to force her to the help if you don't think you can stay in front of her. Second free throw is up and good for Seegers. 77-59 here. Ball in play with the Liberty. Sandy Brondello says reverse it, whatever that means. Laney Hamilton. Dojkic checks into the game for Vandersloot. Dojkic on the drive out to Benija. Benija with the face-up. Benija drives left. Hesitation, step back. Foul line, jump shot. Misses. Rebound to McCowan. Arike Ogunbowale gets cut off by Kayla. Kayla Thornton over to Jaylen Brown, down to Maddie Seegers, and she scores again. Miscommunication there by the Liberty bench players, and Maddie Seegers is having a feast down there. 77-61. Seegers up to 11 points and 6 rebounds. She was hooping before the finger fracture. Dojkic with the ball. Dojkic on the drive, and they call a foul. By J.C. Sheldon, and we have a timeout here. So it's 77-61 here. Liberty have all bench players in besides Benija right now. They're being outscored 6-4 in this quarter, but they still maintain their 16-point lead. All right, salute to everybody still here. I know the Liberty have been putting belt to behind. It can get a little boring, but if you're a Liberty fan, anytime the Liberty are winning, I'm in good spirits. I'm hoping that the Liberty bench players are getting good minutes, good reps with each other. I mean, come playoff time, there won't be a time where there'll be all bench players on the floor unless it's a blowout, really. But it's good that they're getting good minutes, good reps with each other, just in case somebody goes down. Knock on wood. But they have to learn how to communicate, keep a lead, and even extend it if possible. Because the Wings have some of their bench players in as well. They have Segrist and Brown in. They still have Ogunbowale, McCowan, and Sheldon, but still got to make it work. Let me see if I could check in again on the Liberty app, get some more points here. Check in. 17 minutes. I'll check back in 17 minutes. All right, so we're still in commercial now. We're still in commercial. Excuse me, you're not missing anything. We're still in commercial. Alrighty. Still in commercial. Still in commercial. Remember tomorrow, I won't be streaming tomorrow, but definitely check out those games on Ion. Ion is free over the air, so if you're old school and you have an antenna, you'll be able to watch it. If you have YouTube TV, you'll be able to watch it. If you have Amazon Prime Video, it's one of those Prime channels on there, you'll be able to watch it. So Ion is pretty much available on all broadcasters. All right, look, John Quell over here eating popcorn. I'm weak. John Call with 8 points and 7 rebounds tonight. Didn't have to do too much work tonight, but she over here chewing on some popcorn. Niara on the drive, gets blocked, gets her own rebound, and putback is good from Niara Sabali. So Niara gets her 4 points here in this quarter. JC Sheldon looking for someone, gets it out to Agumbawale. Agumbawale with 8 on the clock goes left. Looking for Segrist. They good switch there by the Liberty. Gets it to Sheldon with 4 on the clock. Sheldon crossover on Dojkic. Gets into the paint. Layup always misses. And Benija saves it. Benija over to Sheldon. Over to Burke. Burke gets it to Dojkic. Dojkic to Benija Laney Hamilton. Benija comes off the screen. I think she'll be coming out at the next dead ball. Benija down to Niara. Niara spins off. Jaylen Brown goes up. Foul and 1. Niara Sabali, time to cook. Niara, 6 points here, all in the fourth quarter. Has the smaller Jaylen Brown on her. Spins off her towards the baseline. Goes up. Scores. Gets smacked on the arm. And 1. Niara Sabali. Oh, so Marquisha Davis getting minutes as well. Marquisha and Leo check into the game. Kayla and Benija check out with 4.5 to go here. Niara for the 3-point play, and she buries the free throw. 82-61 here, 4.5, approaching 4.5 to go. JC Sheldon brings it up the court. Handoff to Arike. I'm surprised Arike's still in. Arike on the drive, goes up, throws up a wild floater, and they give her the foul call. So Arike Agumbawale will go to the line for free throws. Oh, so Arike, this whole time, she was 2 points behind Deanna Nolan for the all-time scorer list. She buries the first, so she's 1 point away. I think she's tied right now. That is the franchise record, so they're gonna give an award to Arike even in the loss. Or they're gonna make an announcement. Arike Agumbawale becomes the Dallas Wing / Tulsa Shock / Detroit Shock all-time leading scorer. 3,972 points for Arike Agumbawale. So she now owns the top scoring record. Shout out to Arike. So again, she's getting a standing ovation. It's tough when you're getting smoked, but you gotta accept your place in history. I'm glad they stopped the game for Arike. She gives off a smile there. They'll probably give her the ball after the game, but salute to Arike. They playing a video. They stopped the whole game for this. I wish the Liberty broadcast would actually show what's going on. Oh, I think it is Deanna Nolan here. Yeah, so I think that was actually Deanna Nolan who gave her the again, they had a speech for her on the board there. So shout out to Arike. Ball in play with the Liberty now. Marquisha comes off, attacks Arike immediately, and Arike gets the foul. That's funny. So Marquisha, I like it. Marquisha being aggressive. She's saying, "I'm in my minutes. I'm gonna get right to it." And Arike Agumbawale gets the foul there. She'll check out probably. So Marquisha at the line. Free throw is up. And good. Marquisha is on the board for the first time in a while. I don't think Marquisha scored since, I can't even remember, honestly. I have to go look at the game logs. But Marquisha, the rookie out of Ole Miss, buries both free throws. She has 2 points in the game. Ball in play here with the Liberty. 84-63, approaching 4 minutes to go here in the game. Lou Lopez Seneschal is checked in, as well as Sevgi. Satu's back in the game as well. Satu, one leg fall away short. Niara Sabali, her sister, with the rebound. Dojkic brings it up the court. Going to the left, comes off two screens, gets to the paint, stops, throws it out to Leo. Leo, no hesitation for three. Leone knocks down the three. And it's 87-63. So this is what I wanted the bench to do. Continue to put in work when the starters are out. It looks like Jalen Sherrod's about to come in and get minutes as well. Natasha Howard goes up, floater, misses. Rebound to Niara. Dojkic on the run here. Dojkic on the attack, gets into the paint, gets fouled by Lou Lopez. Oh no, that was by Sevgi, excuse me. And Dojkic will go to the line to try and get on the board herself. Look, they have Leone Fibic's stats up, and they have Dojkic on the screen. Come on, y'all. Be better. Dojkic first free throw is up and good. So just what I hope to have happen, that Brianna, Sabrina, and Stewie can all sit on the bench and get some rest here. Dojkic checks in. I'm sorry, not Dojkic. Sherrod checks in. And Dojkic hits the second free throw. It's 89-63. Liberty can still touch 100. The bench unit can get to 100 here. Sherrod came in for Leone. Oh, Marquisha with the steal. Oh, Jaylen Brown fights back for it, and she dribbles it out of bounds. It goes to the Liberty. Great defense by Marquisha. That's what the Liberty drafted her for. Her perimeter defense. And yeah, her perimeter defense and her ability to get downhill. Wonder why Howard is only playing half of what is normally played. Because they play again tomorrow, CK. They play again tomorrow, and they're getting blown out, so they're trying to give her some rest. Dojkic, mid-range jump shot, misses. She gets her own rebound, goes back up, misses again, gets her own rebound, and gets fouled on the third attempt. So Ivana Dojkic missed a wide open one, gets her rebound, misses the wide open one again, and then gets fouled the third time. Ivana Dojkic, 5'11", second season out of Croatia, as Dallas calls a timeout here. Liberty up 89-63, 2:53 to go in this game. RC, my guy, man, said Liberty having a wings party tonight. Yeah, Liberty cooking up some honey barbecue, some lemon pepper down in Dallas, Arlington to be exact. No problem, CK. No problem. Thank you for joining the stream. Let me send out a tweet to congratulate Enrique. Let me see if I get my points on my Liberty app. 8 minutes, okay. Shout out Enrique. Passing Deanna Nolan on the all-time Dallas Wings / Tulsa Shock / Detroit Shock. Detroit Shock. Les James, what's going on, my friend? For the top spot on all right, cool. Sent that off. James said actually disgusted from that game. Hopefully we can win tomorrow. Yeah, it was a tough one, man. Remember, you're playing the defending back-to-back champs. It's tough. You guys have revenge tomorrow against the Aces, so you guys will be fine. So they're promoting the game on Sunday, Lynx versus Liberty, the last matchup of the regular season between the teams, 3 p.m. on Sunday. Doikic's free throw is up and good. Sandy Brondello sitting down in her chair now. She can rest and relax and prepare for Minnesota. Liberty have a couple days off now to prepare. And she hits the second. So it's 91-63. 91-63. Ball in play. Satu in the game. I don't think they have enough bodies to go all bench unit, to be honest with you. Satu to Jaylen Brown. She overshoots the pass. And now Marquisha's on the run. Marquisha slows down. Mid-range jump shot. Too strong. Off the Jaylen Brown gets the rebound. Sevgi with the ball. Over to Lou Lopez. Her first attempt misses. And fight for the rebound goes out of bounds off of Marquisha. Damian says the Liberty better hold on to that celebration because they got to face Minnesota. So in order to beat Minnesota, they must be composed and focused to get a dub. Yeah, I don't think they'll be celebrating her. Still, they'll probably give each other high fives and have some smiles, but they know that they still have work to do as Kalani Brown gets the inbound and puts it in. So I did say the Liberty needs to improve their defensive effort. They gave up 90-plus points on Tuesday. They have the Wings at 65 with 2 minutes to go. Niara spin move, gets blocked by Kalani Brown. She's holding her face. She's in the backcourt. We can't have... Jalen Sherrod gets a deflection. Maddie Seagrass for the jump shot. She misses. Fight for the rebound. And Doikic secures it. And they call a timeout. They're going to check on Niara Sabali. Uh-oh, she's holding her wrist again. Oh, boy, that can't be good. She goes up for the spin. That looked like a clean block. And then as she's falling, she braces her hand and lands on that wrist that's been affecting her. Hopefully Niara, we need Niara to stay healthy. She's our only backup big. Our only backup big. She's holding that wrist. She's going to the bench. She looks in a bit of pain there. They're probably going to have to sit her. James says Chrissy Sides is a clueless dick. No, she's not clueless. She's a young coach with a young team, and she has to add more facets to her coaching repertoire here. Avellino says a win against the Lynx next game would be a sweet way to clinch the 1 seed. Definitely would be. Definitely would be. Hopefully they could definitely take care of business here. And CK says, so excited to see what Fever has learned and see if they can show improvement at least. Yeah, that's the only thing you can really ask for from a young team, especially playing the same team back to back like the Fever are doing with the Aces. You just want to show improvement. What did we do wrong last game? And what can we just switch a little bit to give us a better chance of winning this one? That's all you can ask for from a young team as well. Damien says, if the Sky lose on Sunday, then the Liberty can clinch the number 1 seed. Man, the Sky need to have bigger fish to fry. If they want that 8th seed, they got to win. Because they losing against the Lynx on tomorrow. So if they want that 8th seed, they got to win. Basically win out. We're back in play in this game, though. Doikic shoots to the top of the key 3, and Ivana Doikic knocks down the 3. Liberty 94, Dallas 65. Sherrod, don't foul, please. I don't want to extend this game any more than we have to. Over to Jaylen Brown. Cross court to Sevgi. Over to Lou Lopez. Down to Maddie. Maddie takes her eye off the ball. Over to Lou Lopez. Shoots the mid-range jump shot and scores. Lou Lopez. Nice looking jump shot from Lou. I don't really know too much about her game, to be completely honest with you. But Lou Lopez hits the jumpers. 94-67. Approaching a minute to go in a game that's been a blowout from the start, really. A couple scares, getting it down to 8. But the Liberty, since the third quarter, have taken care of business. Sherrod throws a bullet pass to Marquisha, and it's a turnover. That's what that happens when players don't really play together in live games as much. So ball back in play here with the Liberty. Doikic up to 7 points and 3 rebounds. Sevgi tries a cross court pass. Dojkic picks it off. Marquisha on the run. Oh, they miss Kennedy Berg. Jalen Sherrod for three, and Jalen Sherrod says, "Let me get on the board." Jalen Sherrod knocks down the three to give the Liberty a 30-point lead here. I think that's her first three of her WNBA career, and the Liberty get the steal. Burke outlet to Sherrod. Sherrod layup is up and good. Liberty just pouring it on here. Unfortunately, they probably won't get the 100 points because the shot clock and the game clock are about a second apart here. And the Dallas Wings are going to just dribble this out. Lou Lopez with the ball. And the Liberty will go on to win their 31st game of the season, holding on to that top seed. The Wings move to 9-28 on the season. There's 1 second left, and that's the game, people. So at the end of this one, Liberty 99, Dallas 67. So they come back after giving up 91 points in the last game, and they blow out the Dallas Wings by 32 points. What a absolute beating. 4-0, they get the sweep against the Wings. 15-4 on the road this season. They go to half court, give each other the little 1, 2, 3, go team. And I don't know, everybody's just standing around looking lost there. Oh, and they're saying hi to all the Dallas players and whatnot. Oh, they go on the high five line. Yeah, y'all season is over. We put Belter behind. You know how we do. Liberty gang. So that's the game, people. That is the game. James says, I don't know why she refuses to play Grace Berger instead of playing Christy Wallace and Katie Lou. Because Grace is a point guard. I mean, I can see instead of Christy, but maybe she's showing something in practice that's not good. We never know. It's one of them ones there. Let's take a quick look at the box score of this absolute beatdown here. You see me, 1, 2, 3, Liberty, or whatever they say. I don't know what they say over there. Maddox, I like this confidence. I like it. Let me move this over. Get it centered up. Liberty will beat the Lynx on Sunday. We really hope so. We really do hope so. I need to go look at this before we get off the screen. I said off the screen, off the stream. The season series between these two teams. But let's take a look at the box score right quick so I can go take a look at that. So Liberty 99, Wings 67, excuse me. Liberty outscored them 25-15 in the first. Sabrina had 16 of those 25 in the first quarter. If you missed it, she moved into 5th all-time in the New York Liberty scoring rankings. In the second, Liberty repeated the 25. The Wings did a little better. They scored 17 in the second. They tied at 23 apiece in the third, and then the Liberty in the fourth behind the bench just took off. 26 in the fourth, 12 for the Wings in the second for the 99-67 lead. In terms of starters, Benijah Laney-Hamilton, 25 minutes, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, was 3 for 4 from 3, 50% from the field. She did it all. Brianna Stewart, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Didn't matter. She only took 6 shots tonight. Didn't really need her because others picked up the slack. Jonquel Jones, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Didn't really need her either in terms of offensive scoring. Vandersloot, 11 points and 3 assists, 2 rebounds. She did her thing. Sabrina with 20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 for 10 for 3. In that third quarter, she started getting 3 happy again. But overall, it was a decent game from her. All right, they're moving over to Family Feud on my 9. Let me turn that off. Kayla Thornton didn't score in this game, played 21 minutes, did have 2 rebounds. Kennedy Berg got 2 points. She was a plus 20 in her minutes. Which is good. The plus minus. That means when she was on the floor, the Liberty outscored the other team, the Wings in this case, by 20. 2 points, 3 steals, 3 assists from her. Niara Sabali scored all her points in the fourth, 7 points and 5 rebounds. Hopefully that wrist is okay. They're gonna have to ice that up for Sunday. Leonie Fibic, 9 points off the bench. Jalen Sherrod got her 5 points in the last 2 minutes of that game. Marquisha got her 2 points from the foul line. Ivana Dojkic had 7 points all in that fourth quarter there. Liberty went 47% from the field, 40% from three, 80% from the foul line, and they had only 10 turnovers. They could have had a lot less, but as long as they're under their season average, that's a good sign. The Wings, Natasha Howard, 8 points. They play again tomorrow, so they play limited minutes really. Satu Sabali with 4 points. She hasn't looked the same in a while. Tiara McCowan with 8 points. Arike Agumbawale, the only starter in double figures with 11. She played the most minutes of everybody, 34 points. She did become the Dallas Wings franchise record in scoring. The franchise leader in scoring. So congrats to her on that night, but I know she would probably rather have the win as well. JC Sheldon with 5 points. Segrist with 11. Kalani Brown with 4. Jalen Brown with 8. Lou Lopez with 2. And Sevgi with 6. So everybody scored for them, which is a good sign. Everybody who came into the game scored for them. They shot 22% from 3, 36% from the field, and 68% from the line. They had, how many turnovers? They had 15 turnovers as well, so that's not a good sign. James said props to Sandy Brondello. She should get Coach of the Year. They'll probably give it to what's this lady name? Cheryl Reeve, because of Minnesota last year, and then they're improving this year. So she'll probably get it, but we'll see. Let's take a look at the playoff the standings, I should say, as we speak. Let me refresh, just make sure we got the correct stats, correct standings up there. Liberty 31-6, holding on to that first place lead. They're 3.5 games ahead of the Minnesota Lynx. And the Dallas Wings moved to 9-28. They are sitting in 11th seed. Losers of 6 straight games. And looking to be a lot more by the end of the season. All right. So that is it. Next game for the Liberty is against the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx come to town, to New York, to take on the New York Liberty, 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. In the season series, it's tied 1-1 if you want to count the Commissioner's Cup, which doesn't really count in the regular season standings. The Lynx are up 2-1, but it's 1-1. The Lynx won the first game on May 25th, 84-67. The Liberty came back after losing the Commissioner's Cup game and beat the Lynx in New York 76-67. This will be the trilogy here. So let's see if the Liberty can come to play and shut down a very high-powered, 3-point heavy offense that is looking to steal the 1 seed from them. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys for hanging out on the only game on the W slate tonight. Liberty get the win 99-67. They move to 31-6. Dallas Wings down and out. Not playing good at all. Historic night for both teams. Sabrina moves into 5th all-time, leading scorer in New York Liberty history. Arike Agumbawale takes the top spot, passes Deanna Nolan for the number 1 scorer in Dallas Wings / Tulsa Shock / Detroit Shock franchise history. All those teams share the same franchise history, even though they've changed cities and changed names. Make sure you're tuned in on Ion tomorrow. Very good games tomorrow. About 4 or 5 games tomorrow on Ion. Playoff implications there. So make sure you're tuned in starting at 7:30 for those East Coast games, and then around 10 p.m. for the West Coast games. James says hopefully they don't pull the Knicks, and we all know how that turned out. Don't jinx us, my friend. Don't jinx us. Miracle, have a good night. Go Aces. Okay, good. Go Aces. Yeah. Nah. We'll see who wins tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. It's Jay Jordan. Salute.